grab a beer, and pull up a chair. Welcome to the NorthwoodsBeerGuy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NorthwoodsBeerGuy podcast. This is Mike, the NorthwoodsBeerGuy, and I'm back in the studio with Jim.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Another day in paradise.
There you go. It's been a little while since we've been in the studio here.
Yeah, the season's already changed. It's been so long.
Yeah, you got that right. That's kind of crazy. So, yeah.
Cooling off. The leaves are falling off the trees.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit of Jack Frost nipping in the air.
There you go. Yeah, and it's, I don't know, did you got all your crops in?
Yes, we did.
Okay, because I say out by us, they're still combining some, but there's the majority of them, and of course, then we get visited by all sorts of Asian beetles and other little bugs.
The box elder bugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
the cold weather hasn't knocked them down.
No.
Now they're more active than ever.
Exactly. So it's like great.
That's how you know the season's changing when they start coming around.
That's right. That is right. Well, hey, so ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a little bit of a curveball. I guess we've hinted at it before, mentioned it a few times.
Oh, the barrel aged.
No,
Right? Did we talk?
Yeah, we talked about that,
Yeah,
and we will be doing that, but not this week.
Oh no! Say it isn't so.
It isn't so.
What are you thinking we're gonna do?
Well, we're gonna try some non-alcoholic beers.
Whoa! Back up there, big fella. What did you say? Would you say that again, slower, so I can understand it?
Non-alcoholic beers.
So what you're telling me then, just to make sure I'm clear.
What I'm telling you is this could really be a bad episode.
So we're going to drink a lot of fluids and have to go to the bathroom a lot, but not get a buzz out of the deal at all.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
And we don't even know if they're going to taste good.
No. And it's funny because I think I've tasted one. I've never had a whole one.
Whoa. You've actually had a non-alcoholic beer before?
I think one time.
Oh, gosh.
For whatever reason, somebody was like, here, you have this. And
your street cred is dropping.
I know.
Fast.
And it was an O'Doul's, and it was not very pleasing, So these could be the same. Now, I guess the one thing that does interest me a little bit, because again, what I'm thinking is not going to be good. Okay, I'm just guessing. I don't know. But we've got different styles.
Yes.
So it's kind of crazy. It seems like every beer style that's out there that they have now a NA version of it.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know, dude. I'm like I said, my guess is it's not going to be very good, but we could be wrong. I don't know. Because again, why would you drink beer
to go to the bathroom?
Just to
go to the bathroom.
Right.
That's the only thing we're going to get out of it, right?
Well, yeah, I think so.
I guess we're going to keep
Well, and before we get into that, we should actually say, hey, happy Friday before Thanksgiving.
Right,
because
that's
right. Coming up next
It week, is like right around the corner, isn't it?
Right around the corner.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
I guess people could use these there if they didn't want real beer, I guess.
Is that the plug you're putting in?
I'm trying to do something. I don't know what else to do.
Wow. Well, why don't we start one? And then
should we try one first? And then I see you've got a piece of paper there. And
yep. Well, let's crack. While you're cracking one, I'll get ready for the first question for you.
Okay. So now, are these questions, are they about non-alcoholic beers, or what are they about?
Yeah, that's what they are.
Okay.
They're questions.
Well, the first beer we're going to do is actually, I believe it's imported, Jim.
It is, huh?
Yeah. It's Krombacher Pils Alkohofrei. I'm thinking that's whatever for alcohol free. It's 0.0%.
So does that mean there's any alcohol in there?
I'm guessing that means there's no alcohol in there.
None whatsoever.
Alcohol-free beer. Beer sans alcohol. Alcohol.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it says?
So I do have one sentence that came when I checked the little
website.
It said 0% ABV and 21 IBUs. Krombacher Pils is an easy drinking and ultra refreshing with a well-balanced malt character and light hop aroma. Full flavored with that famous Krombacher finish.
Okay. And there is head on it. I mean, I wasn't even thinking we were going to have that, to be honest with you. Well, this is a smaller, it's like an 11-ounce bottle.
It's not even a full 12 ounce.
Not even a full 12.
So then what do we got? So we got one bottle.
This is the only one that's in a bottle. Yeah, the rest of them are all in cans. So, yeah. Well, it looks like beer.
The color.
It's
a really good fake.
It kind of smells like a Pilsner.
Is that what that smell is? Mine doesn't smell like a Pilsner.
That's different. I mean, it almost has a real, like a sweet thing to it, doesn't it? That's almost like I don't know. It's different.
I guess.
I'm getting hammered right now.
The hard part is maybe we should have had a real Krombacher beforehand to know what the difference is in the flavor.
We never think of that stuff
beforehand.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not. Would I drink it? No. I mean, but flavor wise, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even know if I'd say I'd drink it if there's nothing else other than this to drink. I might just drink water.
I was gonna say. So this one, 0%. So there's absolutely no alcohol in it.
Yeah.
Now, I should have looked that up before. Is it a Pilsner or is it a lager? Oh, Pilsner. It says right on there, Pilsner. Yep. I don't know.
Is 21 IBUs high? I don't taste that. I don't think it should even be 5.
That is weird. It's definitely different, man.
I mean, it does kind of taste like a beer, but not really.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to...
Super light.
And it really... To me, it doesn't really taste like a Pilsner either. You know what I mean? To me, it has like, there's some kind of sweet thing to it. I don't know. That's different.
Well, since you're so talkative, what are you thinking on a score?
Boy. On Krombacher, Alkohofrei, I'm going to go like a 2. You know, I mean, I don't know, because like I said, compared to an O'Doul's way back years ago, I think it's better than that, but I don't know how any of these are going to be, so I can't even go just average, because I don't know what average is on one of these.
So that was my question. So just to refresh me, are we giving our score based on what all non-alcoholic beers are going to taste like, or what all beers that we've tried?
I think, personally, well, yeah, that's a good question, because if you're going to compare it to Pilsners, well, then I'd have to drop that down.
Right.
How do we want to do it? How do you want to do it? I'm open to suggestion.
Well, I mean, this is going to be a difficult class any way we slice it. I mean, It's not going to be... Because, I mean, I don't... For sure, they're probably not going to have the flavor or anything that a regular alcohol beer has. I guess, I mean, to keep it, I think, consistent, how we've done it before is we've always rated these beers against all that we've tried.
Okay.
Then we know that we're all on the same point in the same direction.
Yep.
And because the other part, like you said, you've only tried one other non-alcoholic.
Yeah, and you haven't tried any.
I haven't tried any, so I have nothing to base it on.
Okay.
So I don't know if that changes your score.
Put mine at like a 1.5.
Okay.
Just because to me, it doesn't really taste like your normal Pilsner.
Right.
You know, and I'm sure that's probably what they're going for, I would guess. But yeah, I'm going to go a 1.5 because it's just, I don't know, there's just a weird thing to it. They could all, they'll probably all have a weird thing to them. You know, 1.5. And then when we get done, I think we can, if there's any of these that we could say, hey, that wasn't too bad, you know, we could recommend 1 or 2, then we'll do that. But we'll wait and see. What do you think?
Boy. So I guess up front, I guess definitely got to say, so it's not bad. It's not horrendous. There's not a bad taste to it. It's just lacking in taste for me. Does it taste like a beer? Kind of, I guess, sort of. I mean, it doesn't taste like a soda. It doesn't taste like water. So I guess by process of elimination, it does taste like beer. Is it the best beer I've ever had? No. Is it the worst? No. But I don't think it's in the middle either. I think, like you said, it's below average. I was going to, just because it is our first one, I think I was going to do the same thing. I was going to go 1.5. Okay. Just because I don't know where else to put it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really definitely some uncharted...
Flying blind on this kind of thing. And you're right, dude. It's hard to describe the flavor. I mean, like I said, for a Pilsner, it would have been a good thing if we'd have had a Krombacher Pilsner to see what that tastes like and compare it. But it's just, it's different.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. Well, who knows, I guess.
So speaking of that, as we transition now, I did a little bit of research. And since on your past few podcasts, nobody's really asked you any hard questions.
That's because we were on location.
So, but see, you got to.
I got a reprieve.
You've been off. You've been getting through lately the last few weeks. So, I thought I'd just get you back, snap you back in reality a little bit.
All right.
So the very first question, easiest question around.
Okay.
Since we're talking non-alcoholic beer, right?
Yep.
Who created the first non-alcoholic beer? What brewery?
I don't know.
Should I give you a hint?
If you would.
All right. The first letter starts with a C.
With a C?
C.
Coors. I have no idea.
You're close. The last letter did have an R in it.
Oh. So
it was Klosthauser.
Oh, yeah. I never would have guessed that. When was that? From like 1600s or something?
No, that's the next question.
Oh.
so minus 10 on the first one.
No, I'm guessing German.
I believe,
is that the third question?
That could be.
You don't know for sure.
I'm assuming because it talks about German purity law.
Okay.
So
yeah, I had no idea.
You didn't?
No.
All right. So then I guess the next question is we'll roll right into it.
Yeah.
What year did
first number's a 1.
The first number's a 1. And the second number's a 9.
So it's in the 1900s, 19 something. Okay. So I don't have to look back,
Right.
Okay.
This is a relatively new.
Boy, I'm just going to guess, and I'm going to say 1975.
Oh, you are so close. So, you were right there. 1979.
Oh, man.
So
I was close.
Yeah, so for each one, you get -5, so that was a -20 for that.
-20 on that one. Wow, that is wild that it's that new.
All right, well, what do we got for the next beer?
All right, so the next beer, now a friend of ours had told me, when I first had mentioned that we were thinking of doing a non-alcoholic beer podcast at some point, he had said, I wouldn't get the Athletic one. It's a brand, I guess, Athletic Brewing. He said that I don't think they're very good. Well, we do have one.
Yes.
I should say we have 6 beers, and we have from 5... No, they're from 6 different breweries. Yeah. So we're spreading the love.
Yep.
So this one is by Athletic Brewing, and it is a Mexican-style copper.
Yes.
And I don't know how to... Atletica is what it looks like on that thing there. Mexican-style lager. And I think this is one that they say to be NA, it has to be less than... At the most, it can be as a 0.5%.
Right.
So it has to be at least on, that or lower. So this one I think is another one that's like less than 0.5%.
Yes, I found it was less than 0.5% ABV and 15 IBUs.
Okay.
And the copper beer is a beer with a copper color, which can be achieved using dark malts in the brewing process. So I didn't know if you were aware of that.
No. Do they have the... Okay, here's a silly question. Yep. Do they have the government warning on them? Nope, they sure don't. Huh.
So it also says Atletica is a refreshing, bright take on a Mexican-style copper. Using the finest Munich malts, it boasts a lightly toasted malt character with a whisper of spicy florals before rolling into smooth and lightly sweet waves of bread, crust, and wheat. A medium-bodied brew that is big in flavor. It's the epitome of easy drinking. A smooth and satisfying cooler must-have. Spice up each sip with our all-natural chili lime salt rimmer.
We don't have that. We don't have the chili lime salt rimmer thing.
Oh, we don't have that?
Nope.
Okay, so
we don't need to spice it up.
I don't know if that would help the flavor.
I don't know. Maybe it gives it flavor. I don't know. All right. So this is
so
in a
we're
can.
going in. Uh-oh, cat call.
All right. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit darker than the first one, for color-wise anyway. So they did get that right.
So we got some darkness going on.
So I wonder, do you think there's a barrel-aged non-alcoholic beer out there? I don't think so.
That defeats having the bourbon around.
Oh, that was silly.
It's dark. Is that a light brown? Maybe is that the color? Or is
it definitely like
a
little darker than amber for sure. I mean, it's it's like that. Got a white head on it.
Can smell a little bit.
It's
a little bit of an aroma.
It has flavor. Some flavor. Again, I'm not exactly sure why you would drink this, I mean, honestly.
At least their IBUs are close. I mean, I don't taste much for hops. I don't know. 15 is even high for IBUs for me.
I just don't know, dude. Maybe it's because we've tried so many actual beers and such. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right. Yeah, you had the doom and gloom on this one.
This one I was a little worried because, like I said, that friend of ours was not a big fan of theirs. I don't, and I've never had anything from them, so I don't know. But still, it's just kind of like when you taste the first two anyway, you taste it and you're waiting for the alcohol, and it's just, that flavor, and it's just not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not a lot of taste.
Right. And it's like you can definitely tell that it's lacking something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe we needed the chili lime salt rubber.
Yeah, do you got something
like flavor?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know I don't taste any bread crust or wheat.
No,
or spicy floral. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get any of that.
I mean, for me, the hard part is this doesn't even, at least with that first one of the pills, they didn't say there was going to be anything in there.
Right. Just
this one.
There you go.
This one, they said there's going to be stuff in it, and there's nothing.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, dude.
Well, it can't be the alcohol talking.
Yeah. No, he can't be.
We can't.
So we got to be telling our
this is
sober ideas on this. So what are you thinking on this one?
Well, I guess, it's not bad. It's not horrendous. It is a little different than the Pilsner. The color, it actually kind of looks like a beer, smells like a beer, but the taste there's just hardly nothing there. And I mean, just because it's non-alcoholic doesn't mean you have to take the taste out. I don't think.
Right. Yeah.
I guess, and what we read that we're supposed to be tasting or the flavors wasn't there. So maybe, I guess I'm just going to go down 1 point. I'm going to go 1.4.
Okay.
Only because what it said was supposed to be there wasn't there. That's the only thing I can come up with. I'm grasping at straws trying to come up with something.
Right.
I got nothing.
I agree with you. Because I thought, okay, it does have a slightly more malty flavor to it, but then you're 100% right when it's saying you should be tasting bread and these spicy floral stuff. I don't get any of that. Yeah. I'm going to do a 1.4 as well. I was going to go 1.6 at first because it had a little bit of a malty thing, but you're right. What it says we should be seeing it or tasting, it's not there. So I don't know. Like I said, I just these first two, it leaves you wanting
less,
more. I mean, not more of this, but it is.
Oh yeah,
it's like you taste it. Yeah, this is missing. You can tell it's missing something, and that's the alcohol and the goodness.
Well, and the reason why I picked that one out too is because it said Mexican style. So I'm like, we had some very good Mexican beers that
maybe they got the chili, a little pepper in it, a little chocolate.
I mean, to me that would add a lot to it.
I agree.
You don't have to increase the alcohol, but that Mexican spice, the chili, habanero.
Yeah,
I mean
that doesn't add to the alcohol.
Yeah,
that would. I bet you that if they put something like that in there, it would be better.
Right,
quite a bit better.
You don't have to overload it, but then it would give
just a hint.
Yes.
So then you went, ooh, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. 2 for 2.
Wow. Oh boy. So let's see here. What can I find?
Are you able to read the page yet?
Yeah. My eyes are still focused. Let's see what I can find here. Oh, all right. Here's a question. I think you kind of alluded to it. So non-alcoholic beer is often higher in what ingredient than regular beer because of the way it's made?
Well, higher.
An ingredient.
Malt?
No. Close.
Water?
No. Close.
Well, I know it ain't yeast. So.
No, it's not yeast.
Grain?
No.
What's left?
Sugar.
Oh, yeah, because the first one had a sweeter flavor to it.
Right.
Duh.
So
okay.
So that was, since you were so close, that was only minus 20 then.
Oh, well, at least I only got, that's,
so you're only at minus 50 then.
That's fine.
You're doing good though.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Interesting.
Yep.
So,
and I think we talked about it. I'll just mention again, but by law, non-alcoholic beers sold in the U.S. can contain up to 0.5% alcohol by volume.
So it would be interesting to figure out or find out do they brew it just like normal beer and then do something to somehow remove the alcohol or what? You know what I mean?
Good question.
I wonder how they do that.
Yes. Maybe your brother, does he make it non-alcoholic? They stick with
normal stuff. They want to sell it, I can ask them though to see what, we'll look it up.
Yeah,
we'll look it up and we can talk about it
again
at some point. But they got to do something, to get the flavor, but not the alcohol. Are they brewing it the same way and then they just don't put yeast in it maybe? Right. I don't know,
Good question. So what are we trying now? What's our...
Well, Jim, we're going to a brewery that we've had a number of their beers before.
All right.
Sam Adams.
Oh, that reminds me of the Shinerbach.
Yeah. No, that's not Shinerbach.
No, but we did it.
That's Shiner.
But remember the Shinerbach Holiday?
Yeah.
And we did the
Holiday.
Yeah.
Sam Adams one. Yep.
The Sam Adams was much better.
Yep.
Shinerbach
It was.
Taste very good.
I know. I'm agreeing.
I'm just letting you know,
reminding me, since we're getting closer to that season again.
Yeah, don't bring those around again.
Yeah. And this one is just the Haze IPA. So you love IPAs, and it's a hazy, juicy, and refreshing, it says on the can.
And I think I just started seeing commercials for that on TV, too, I think.
Of this?
Yeah, that
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because I haven't seen out in, like, being sold in very many places.
Right.
But all of a sudden I seen the commercial, I'm like, well, that's odd.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. This one I'm actually really interested to see what it tastes like.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Just, is it going to taste like your normal hazy IPAs, which are not bad?
Right.
Or is it going to be like
water?
Yep, there it is, you know.
Oop, there it is.
There it should have been. So here we go.
Goes.
Oop, no cat call.
And I looked online, like you said, less than 0.5% ABV and 35 IBUs.
Wow, so that's a little higher.
But it had no other write-up on the website.
Okay.
It was just the can of beer and the glass of beer.
Let me look. I'll just look up on Untappd and just see if it says anything more, because I'd be interested to see.
Well, there is a little aroma there.
Is there? All right.
Yeah.
I have not partook as of yet. I'm going to look up some information. Hopefully getting there. Okay, here we go. A good beer always hits the spot, but you don't always want the buzz. So we made a world-class IPA for beer lovers that just happens to be non-alcoholic. We remove the alcohol slow and gently, saving all the flavor for you. Rotate in this hazy, hoppy, non-alcoholic IPA to your drinking sessions and get more out of your days, your nights, and every cheers in between. So somehow they remove the alcohol.
Yeah.
So
that's what they said.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
So, all right.
There's an aroma.
It smells
Yeah.
like an IPA.
Yep.
See, here again, it doesn't really, it has a very faint, very, very faint hop flavor, very faint, kind of what you would think of as a hazy IPA flavor, I guess, but it's really faint.
I had such high expectations. The aroma was like, oh, okay, this is going to have a little bit of flavor. And I mean, because it's hazy and the fact you can't see through it if you hold up the glass.
Yep.
It's hazy in that aspect, like the other hazy.
It looks like you're like a hazy, you know?
Right. But then the flavor is just...
It's just, again,
not there.
All three of these have left you wanting, like, you know something's missing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like
they said, though, like they pulled out the alcohol. I wonder if they pulled some of the flavor out, too.
It could have been. I don't know.
Because this just does not, I mean, this even seems like it has less flavor than the other two.
And again, when you said it has more sugar, you can get kind of a sugary to this one, too.
Right.
You know, boy, I don't know, dude. I had high hopes for some of these. I really thought this one was going to probably, Sam Adams, it's going to have a lot of flavor, but it's just kind of, it's lacking.
Yeah, again, it's hard even to describe because, I mean, the aroma's good. It looks the part of an IPA, but then there's no flavor. I mean, like, zip, like not even.
This could be, here's an idea. This could be for, everybody's got that one friend that they really want to be part of the craft beer thing, but they just really can't do it.
Right.
They could probably pour this in their glass and fool people thinking they had an actual hazy IPA.
And just walk around.
And they could just walk around, drink it, and they'd be like, yeah, this is good.
Just not show them the can.
Correct. No, you don't show them the can. Just pour it in a glass.
Yep.
And then, that's probably what it is. Because I don't know. Score-wise, I had really high hopes for this one. And it just leaves me, I don't know how you want to say it. I mean, it's lacking.
Yeah.
Flavor. They've all been lacking. It does have a faint hop flavor, but it's not enough to overcome. But I guess I'm going to go a 1.6 on this one. I'll just give it a 1 up on that first one, just because it does faintly have that. But that's it. I mean, because we don't want to have ties, and right now they could all be just the same,
Right. I mean, I think we're splitting the hair that we split before. I mean, we're these are so minutely different. And they're all different styles of beer.
Yeah.
And they all taste the same, which is odd.
So far, like I said, they've all been lacking. They just, if you want to say it, it's almost like you're unsatisfied. You take that drink and you go, nothing, And it's not even.
You just go, oh, I got to go to the bathroom now. I got to take a leak now.
I don't have to do that yet. But you know what I'm saying? It's just, you're waiting for the rest of the flavor, and it doesn't show up.
And I guess the hard part for me, for score wise, I mean, we've recently had a few IPA podcasts, which have been tasted really, really good. And we found by accident some really tasty hazy IPAs, some juicy ones. So again, I had a high expectation. I'm like, wow, if it falls anything even close to them, it's going to be tasting good. But it's not even in the same ballpark. It's not even in the same zip code. I'm like, ugh. So that's the hard part. And then trying to judge it against the other ones. I mean,
I was going to say, it's just
I don't even know how to separate. I mean, can I go down to 1/100th of a separate?
No, we'll stay at tenths.
All right. Well, I'm going to go 1.6 as well too, because I'm like, but I really can't differentiate between 1, 2, and 3 so far.
Right.
They're all very similar.
I'm guessing. Well, there must be a market for. I mean, all these different companies, and this is just a small sampling of the ones that are out there. So there's definitely a market, but I'm just trying to figure out. I guess if somebody doesn't like beer, would they buy this anyway? You know what I mean? Because they faintly taste kind of like beer, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know.
Really faintly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the main core market for this would be. I don't think there's that many people that are allergic to alcohol, and because even these they do have alcohol in them a little bit,
just a touch. But I mean, you have to drink a case just to get a buzz.
I don't think you could do it even then. So I don't know. And the crazy part is, you think about those Radlers that we had.
Right.
They were 2%, but they had way more flavor.
They tasted really good.
Yeah. So it's, I guess when they take the alcohol out, they take the flavor out too. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we found so far.
It's interesting.
All right. So as you get the next one ready, I got another question for you.
All righty.
Worldwide. So we're talking the entire world.
Okay.
What are the top 3 countries for non-alcoholic beer?
Wow.
Worldwide.
Well,
Easy question. I'm going to give you these easiest ones I could find.
I know, but is the U.S. in one of them?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Because I thought, man, geez, I don't. Where would be not?
These are like easy ones.
Well, when you're looking at the answers, they are.
Is that kind of helps me,
huh? It's not going to be Germany because they like their beer.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's one of them?
Yep. I'll even give you that one since it was a slight guess. You got one right.
Germany. Austria?
That's kind of part of
it. Bavaria, same thing. Okay. Is it Belgium?
No.
Okay. Japan?
Nope.
I'm done guessing. I don't know. Canada.
Spain?
Really?
And Russia.
Really?
So you got one right and 2 wrong. So that's a minus 30 for that now.
How much were each of those?
The one you got right was good for 1 point. And the two you got wrong for minus 29.
Oh. Okay.
Or minus 31, I mean.
Okay, because they were the tougher ones.
Right.
I understand. That's interesting. Russia and Spain
and Germany.
And Germany. That's weird.
Because that Krombacher was from Germany. So that's why I tried to tie it in for you there.
Yeah. That's weird. Of course, I guess you think about it. Russia, in Spain, I don't know. When we did our international one, I don't think we had one from Spain, did we?
No, we did not.
Russia. Or Russia, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they don't have.
Or if they don't let it import in the United States.
That could be. Who knows? But they got vodka.
So what do we got on tap?
Next, we have Quirk. Non-alcoholic Superfruit Seltzer.
And what is the brewer?
The brewer is Boulevard.
And we've had some very good barrel-aged ones.
I was going to say Boulevard has the other end, too. This one, they had a little write-up here. It says, supercharged with the super flavors of yellow papaya and acai, A-C-A-I, acai berry juices. The Superfruit Seltzer brings the award-winning flavor of Quirk, wherever that is, a beverage for all occasions and lifestyles. It's a non-alcoholic with more personality.
Well, I'm setting the bar kind of low.
I was going to say.
My expectation is really not that high right now. Ooh, cat call.
Boy.
Alabama boss. Can you hear that?
He'd hear it. What color do you think it's going to be?
Red.
It's pink. It is pink.
Pink. Like pink lemonade.
It really is.
With a head.
So it should be interesting because
this is kind of like a seltzer, right?
Kind of, yeah. It's a seltzer. I say, in most of your, well, I shouldn't say. I think your seltzers are usually about 5% or better. So.
I think the other ones, when I looked online, their series, I think they have 8 or 10 different ones from this Quirk.
Okay.
And they were all 4.8%.
Oh, okay.
Their whole flavor line of Quirk.
It smells like berry, like juice.
Ooh, yes, it does. Or it could smell like vomit too.
It almost has that taste of like, and this is going to be way out in left field, Jim. Imagine like when you're sitting there and you have a hot dog with mustard on it, and you take that bite and you got kind of that remnant of mustard flavor. It kind of has that flavor.
You're being generous.
It's kind of. I'm not saying that in a good way, though. I mean, it's like, oh, wow. Huh.
Wow, there's flavor there, but it is.
I got something in my eye. It's like, wow.
That's
weird. Dude, that is weird.
That's not a good. Maybe that's what the Quirk is.
It could be. Boy.
Wow, what the heck is a Superfruit?
Superfruit.
God, that aroma just smells like vomit.
Well, and then you get that initial aftertaste is like, ugh.
Wow. I have never smelt anything that's even close. Oh my gosh. You can't breathe when you drink this.
I wonder, they must have one of these as their normal seltzer. It'd be interesting to know how that compares, but this is not very good.
Yeah, the papaya. Oof.
See, and I don't really taste papaya.
I don't taste.
But anyway, whatever. I said, I'm tasting like mustard at the end almost.
And I'm smelling puke.
It's a weird thing.
Oh,
boy.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to move this one back here because I know we're not going to recommend that one to anybody.
I think we might have found the stinker.
Boy, dude, that's
not good.
No. What do you want to give it for a score?
Well, I'm just going to come right a 1.0. It's just the aroma is so
weird,
bad.
Yeah.
The flavor is
weird.
I don't know what the flavor is. And now it looks like when you hold it up, it's pinkish, so it doesn't even look like a beer.
No.
There's no head on it anymore. So I mean, this is probably of all. This is like the one that is the farthest from even looking or smelling or tasting like a beer.
That's almost got like a paint thinner or a paint flavor to it too. It's like I'm going like a 0.8 on that. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry, Boulevard, because I love a lot of your other beers, but this is just not for me. Oof.
Have you ever went that low on?
Oh yeah, I've had some beers that we've done 0.5 on. Well, like the salmon beer, we had to give it a 0.5.
Oh, so that's
as low as I could go at that time. Yeah.
So this might be your second lowest one.
This is bad. This is bad. We've done other ones that have been bad too, but this is just. There's no way I could drink a can of this. Could you? I mean, there's no way. I mean, like the Krombacher, you could. Even the first three, you could drink a can.
Right.
This one, I couldn't drink a can of this one.
Yeah,
I mean, just.
And it doesn't even taste like a beer. Doesn't look like a beer. Doesn't
smell like a beer.
There's no qualities of this that even remotely remind you of a beer. Taste doesn't.
That is not good. I'm so sorry, Boulevard. Yeah, we're going to stick to the other end of your spectrum for beers, I think, because those are good. But this is just.
Want some of mine?
Nope. You're going to suffer right along with me on this bad boy.
God, that is just God awful.
Oh yeah, I can.
It's not even
say
sweet. It's not.
It's just weird. I mean, I don't know. You can't even describe it. Yeah. Honestly, it's just like
all categories of things that you rate a beer on. It's all negative.
Yeah, it's like
anything you can think of a way to describe a beer.
Yeah, none of the good ways to describe it apply to this one. So, I don't know.
And this was their only attempt at a zero.
I don't know
alcoholic beer. I know when I looked, they had no other
they
ones.
didn't have. Okay,
this was the only one. This is. They said, "All right, hey, we're going to come up with our best effort," and this is what
well, it might be their first effort, and they just went, "Yeah, okay, ship it. We'll see how it goes." But that's I don't. I could not drink a full can of that.
Oh God!
Wow.
All right, here's your next question.
That was punishment for those questions you've been giving me.
All right,
alrighty, let's hear it.
There are 5 key brewers, the largest brewers in the world. Name the 5 brewers that make the most non-alcoholic beer in the world.
Guinness?
You're close. Nope, that's not it.
Because they do make one.
And I'll even give you a hint. There's five breweries.
Oh, yeah, as you said, the 5 breweries.
Oh, okay.
In the world.
In the world. So he says,
Krombacher.
nope.
Oh, jeez. Am I even remotely close?
Yes, that one. The last guess was
close. Are they all from Germany, or you don't know?
I know for sure 2 are.
Hofbrau? They wouldn't make any of this stuff.
No.
Okay. I don't. I could be here all day. I wouldn't. I don't know.
All right. So Heineken.
Oh, dark beer.
Anheuser-Busch.
Okay.
Erdinger.
Okay.
Weibbrau.
Yep.
Big Drop.
What's that?
Brewing.
Never heard of that one.
And Moscow Brewing.
Moscow? Oh, in Russia. Durr.
Wow. 5
Wonder what
wrong there.
Big Drop is. I've never even...
That's a minus 50.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's fine.
So you're at a minus 100 right now.
That's fine.
You're like...
I'm striving it out.
Oh,
like I said, I've tasted one before this, so that's why I should do bad on these categories.
Well, we better get another beer going here.
All right. Well, this is from Summit.
All
We've
right.
had a lot of beers from Summit.
Yep.
Is it Nialas? Is that how you pronounce it? Nialas.
I got the stuff here. It says Nialas.
Nialas. And it's a Irish dark.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually a Irish Gaelic.
Oh, wow.
Because Gaelic means 0.
Okay. Interesting.
So it says all I got was less than 0.5%. Expand your horizons with Nialas non-alcoholic Irish style dark. This unique NA stout style has big flavors of espresso, chocolate, and caramel.
Hold on. Read that again.
It has big flavors. Huge.
Okay.
Espresso.
If it does, it's going right to the top.
Chocolate and caramel balanced with spicy hop characteristics.
All right.
Brewed with a broad range of imported malts and European hops, it offers depth and range while still remaining less than 0.05 ABV.
Huh. Well, this could be, if they're even remotely close on flavor, it'll be good.
I mean, there's all of them so far have left a lot to be desired for.
Oh, yeah.
Taste.
It's dark.
Dark.
It's darker, yeah.
Well,
I give them credit for that. So there's a possibility.
Look at it. It's even got a head to it.
Yeah.
That's keeping a head. It's not just like going away.
Yeah, it's not like, super thin and then gone. Okay, so Nialas, is that how you said it?
It's
okay. Irish Dark by Summit.
Kind of a
little bit. Yeah, so you get kind of that roasted
malt flavor or aroma.
It does have a roasted malt flavor.
Right.
But you can still tell it's missing.
Yeah. I mean,
something.
When I think they kind of overuse the word big.
Well, compared to some of these, it's pretty big.
But I mean, it's not over the top in flavors.
No.
I mean, they're very, very subtle. I mean, it is dark in color. Yep. I mean, I'm almost black. I don't taste any espresso. I mean, very faint.
Yeah, the majority of what I taste is just like that. If you want to almost say like that burnt malt, that roasted malt flavor. That's what I'm getting. I don't get caramel. I don't get chocolate. At least yet. I'm not picking those up.
Even the finish, there's nothing on the finish end of it. Nothing.
No.
Nothing lingers. I mean, I was thinking like Irish Dark, man, this could be one of the better ones.
It almost, remember when I'm trying to remember, we had a beer one time that it tasted like they canned it way too early.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it was like, it wasn't ready. It's almost what this tastes like to me a little bit, doesn't it? It's like, it's like it should be more to it, but it was canned so early that it just doesn't.
I'm like, maybe they should make the same beer with all these same ingredients with alcohol. I wonder what it tastes like.
Sell them in like a pack where you get one NA and one regular so you can taste the differences. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because it's like this, you're just like missing. It's like the flavors want to be there, but there's just nothing there.
Yeah. Huh. Well,
I had high expectations for this.
I did too.
I was like, wow, this is going to be an Irish dark. We had some really good Irish beers.
Yep.
Been awesome. And this is not.
And this is just kind of, again, this is one of those, could you drink a can of it if you had to? Yeah, you probably could.
Right.
But it's not like I'm going to be looking out
to find
for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, compared to that last one, we're leaps and bounds ahead of that last one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, this is not. But this is still not. I don't even think we've hit average yet, have we?
No. Score wise, I guess I'm going to take another sip of this. I guess it does have more flavor. than the other ones. I'll go 1 point. Is it 1.7? Yeah, I'll go the high on that one because it does have flavor, but again, I wish it had the caramel and the chocolate and all of that stuff that they're talking about. The spicy from the hops. I don't get that at all either. So I'll put it at the top just because it does have a little bit of flavor. And that's it.
That's all you can.
That's all I can pretty much say.
Yeah, I think I'm right in there. I think of the 5 that we've had so far, this is probably the closest to being okay. It's not good. It's not even up there in the good category yet. It's close to being okay, but I'd still be right with you. I'm going to say a 1.72. I mean, best so far, but still not.
That's not saying a lot.
Yeah, it's still not. It's not great, but there is, like very faint chocolate or caramel.
Yeah, on the finish, but it's
way out there in the flavor spectrum. But I'm like,
yeah,
I had high hopes for this one too.
I did too. Honestly,
it was a swing and a miss.
Honestly, when we put these together, my biggest hopes were on the IPA. I thought would be good. This one, and then the last one, I'm really curious about. But none of them, they haven't produced like, you know what I mean? They didn't live up to expectation that I was imagining.
Yeah, there's been a lot of swings and misses.
If you can somebody out there can make one that tastes just like the normal ones,
right,
without the alcohol, you will make a fortune.
Right, because these attempts have not been, they've been okay, but nothing that you'd want to go, hey, that really tastes exactly like what the original is, but just has no alcohol.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
And the sad part is we will remember this.
Yeah. Oh. I'll remind you all the time. It's going to bring up Shiner Bock and the non-alcohol beer.
Well, I didn't bring all of them. I only brought half of them. You brought the other half. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Whew. Well, we got one beer left, but do you have another question or?
I do not.
Okay.
But we could probably talk about the can a little bit. And I think there's some stuff on the back
This
side.
last one has the best artwork on the can of all of them.
You don't see this kind of artwork on even the regular beers.
No. And it's kind of crazy. So this is it a collaboration? Or what is?
It's from Wisconsin Brewing.
Wisconsin Brewing, and it's actually sponsored, so I guess, by Harley Davidson.
Right.
It has Harley Davidson RoadKing American Pills.
Yep.
Has the Harley Davidson logo on it. It's the artwork on the can. If there's anybody out there that, was like big into cars, so I know my dad, my brother, those guys are going to know about this stuff, but the artwork on the can almost reminds me of like the Rat Fink kind of artwork. And when we put it on social media, they'll definitely see the kind of similarities to that kind of a character.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if
it's a 16-ounce can too.
Yeah, it's a big can, and the artwork on it is cool. I give him credit. That's a cool looking can.
Yeah. So it says, what happens when a guy from Wisconsin Brewing Company and a guy from Harley Davidson decide the world needs a better non-alcoholic brew? RoadKing.
I don't know how they could come up with that.
Yeah. A perfectly balanced non-alcoholic American pills customized with a touch of hops to bring full flavor and a crisp, clean, refreshing finish, so you can ride your own ride. Well, it's definitely a 16-ounce can. It's our biggest container of alcohol so far.
The other ones were all 12 ounce, except the bottle was 11.
Huh. Look at the bottom. Non-taxable under Section 5051 of the Internal Revenue Code.
So that must be something to do with the alcohol, I suppose.
Must be, so they can't tax it if there's not alcohol.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
And what is this? Ride your own ride. 60 calories is all.
Whew.
Yeah. So if you're looking out for that, here we go.
Let's hope it. Oh, there's one for Alabama Blocks.
Yep. All right.
Gosh,
like I said, the artwork on this can is by far the nicest.
Yes.
It's cool.
You don't see that on regular beers.
No, it looks like a Pilsner.
Hopefully it's not just the artwork. Hopefully there's something good on the inside.
I was going to say, hopefully they didn't
hopefully it's not
spent it all on the artwork.
Right, the wrapper on the outside isn't.
So it should be interesting to see. I still don't think that your normal Harley Davidson rider would be buying
this,
but
well, it does look like a beer.
It looks like a beer.
The color, the big white head.
Boy, I don't pick up a whole lot of
not much aroma
at all. It's pretty nondescript.
Wow, there's nothing there.
Not at all.
Not even a hint of flavor.
There isn't, is there? Wow.
I think the only thing I'm tasting is
a very faint sugar.
Yeah, the last one, the backwash from the last one.
You're still getting that. Huh.
Wow.
What a bummer. Well, again, the greatest artwork I've seen in a long time.
Right. And I don't know if the listeners were aware of this too, but Wisconsin Brewing also bought Lake Louie.
Yes.
So they're part of this too.
And it's kind of crazy because they branded all their Wisconsin Brewing beers under the Lake Louie label now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Well, both of them are not in this beer.
No.
Nothing remotely.
Yeah, I had high hopes for this one too.
I mean, I was like, man, all right. And that's kind of why we readjusted some of the cans. Our best guesses.
We were hoping that this is how we think they're going to be the best ones, and it. Yep.
I mean, even on the finish, there's nothing.
There's just it has that faint little sweetness to it, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing else.
Not even
to it.
I mean, the foamy head is stinging.
Yeah. I'll give them that. It does do that. It does do that.
But for flavor, aroma,
it's just not much, man. What do you want to give a score right away, or?
Wow. Well, it's definitely above the Quirk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can say that. I don't think it's as good as the Summit, the last one we had. I don't think that it was that good.
Yeah.
Gosh, honestly, I'm going to have to go 1-3. Yeah. I just can't get a flavor. I mean,
that's exactly what I'm going, dude, because there's no flavor. I mean, it's not as bad, like you said, as that Quirk, but the other ones are just, there's just nothing.
I don't know. I wish there was something.
I'm glad we did this, but I'm not so sure we'll do another one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, because it's been how many episodes now? We're going to
be 80. This will probably be 87, 88, I think.
So, I mean, and of all those, we've never done an Abe podcast, and maybe now we know why.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and I mean, I think we picked out some good choices.
Yep.
I don't think we picked up the worst that we could have bought.
No. This last one, I will bet they'll sell a bunch of them just because of the can and the connection to Harley Davidson.
Right.
You have people that'll collect it.
Right.
But I just don't think that you're going to see a lot of people actually drinking it and being proud to drink it.
Right.
It's just, there's nothing to it.
Yeah, it's like so nondescript. It's like just unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you got for a wrap up on this thing?
Boy, on these, is there any of them that I would recommend? I know one I wouldn't. That Quirk, I just couldn't.
You wouldn't recommend that?
No. I guess all the other ones, if you're really not wanting to try the actual thing, you could try them, I guess. Like I said, most of them you could drink. I could drink a can of it maybe, but I wouldn't. There's no way I will search these out again to buy them. You know what I mean? So again, I know there's a place. A lot of people are making them, so they must be selling them. Maybe it's just because we're in Wisconsin, or we're in Wisconsin. We are. I just don't ever see anybody really ever drinking a non-alcoholic beer. Right. So there must be a place. There's a market for it somewhere, and hey, more power to them. Keep doing it. If they're making money on it, keep doing it. But yeah, it's not for me. And like I said, you could. There's not one that I could say, yeah, try this one because it's a really good one. They were all so similar, and unfortunately, they were similar in the fact that they didn't have a lot of flavor.
Yeah, they were. The only thing that really, I guess, in my own opinion, to differentiate them was the view, how you saw them through the clear glass.
Yep.
The different colors, that was the only thing that really separated. I mean, because each one did have a different color, but you're not drinking a color.
Right. You only, except for that pink one, we kind of
that was
the color on that one.
Right. I mean, the Irish Dark was dark. Yes. The Pilsners were light.
Yep. The IPA Hazy looked like a hazy.
So they did look like it. So, but I mean, there just was no flavor. I mean, we couldn't even come up. We didn't even sniff even a 2. I mean, I think we're probably being generous on some of the scores, just trying to.
Because we had to. We didn't want to tie,
But I mean, they're all just blah.
Yeah.
They're just nothing.
Yep. I agree 100% with you, man. So, well, hey, folks, there you go. There's our possibly one and only non-alcoholic beer podcast. Hopefully, in the future, if somebody comes out with something that we hear is really good, maybe we'll revisit it.
Or if the listeners, if they know one that might be.
If you know something that's really good, if you try to let us know, send us an email. Just let us know if there is something out there that we should be looking at. Because again, we went into this really blind.
Right.
We didn't know. And like the ones I got, it was because our bottle shop, that's the 3 they had. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, let me try them. And they're by breweries that we've had beer from before. We knew they were decent. So I guess, if you know of something out there that is good, like I said, let us know, because these just right now, my feelings on NA beers are not very good, I guess.
Our palate was not tested today.
No. We didn't have to strain or nothing. And we will remember every sip of them. So
yeah, especially the Quirk.
Yeah, exactly. So was there anything else on these you wanted to say, Jim, or are we pretty well there?
I mean, I guess like you, I was a little bit interested just to see what they would taste like, just because I haven't ever tried them before. So I was hopeful that we'd get a little bit of flavor, so it wouldn't be, I was always, I guess my own thoughts were that it would taste exactly like the regular beer, just without alcohol. That's kind of what I thought going in, but just based on these 6, that's not even remotely close. Mm-mm. When the alcohol come out, so did the flavor. There was just no flavor.
Yep.
So and I think we did a good cross section of different breweries, different styles, so it wasn't just like in the Midwest, only this type of non-alcoholic does this. I mean, so that's the hard part. I mean, hopefully we've done it. We've stuck our toe in the water. We found out that this is not for us.
Yeah.
And I hope we can shift gears and
we can move on to something else.
Our next episode is going to be a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it was fun to try, but I'm not going to rush right back to these, because I thought the same thing. I thought they're going to taste just like an IPA is going to taste just like an IPA, but not with the alcohol, and it doesn't happen. So.
No.
All right. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode. And like I said, if you do know of some really good non-alcoholic beers, let us know, because we would be willing to try them. But right now, NA beers are kind of low on our list.
Yeah, we can stick them in the closet and shut the door.
Yeah, we will give those to everybody else that wants to come and try them. So, all right. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. And like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm
and your beers are always cold.
See ya.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.